You are live.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Yay. Hello, all. And we're back. We're going to embrace the grace. This is Gracefully Blu. It's me and Grace. Embrace the grace. Unfiltered Polo Blue. Can you see and hear me as well?
How are you, sir?
I'm okay. I'm gonna strangle your little ass. I'm gonna tell you that now.
Whatever. We'll talk about it later. We live now, sir. We working, boss.
Actually, you know what? Because we're continuing the conversation. I don't know what I said because the women just stopped listening to what I said, and they wanted to say what they were saying, which was not what I said. And they were they literally picked the goalpost up, moved it, and argued about this. And I'm like, but that's not what I'm saying. And I'm not good at arguing about what I didn't say. But they were like, no, you got to give a guy a chance. I didn't say don't give a guy a chance. I said as a guy, you should have your stuff together before you go pursue a relationship. So I don't understand how what's it had to do with a guy being down on his luck or lost a job or living with his mother. Help me out.
You were just putting out there what standards should be before a man starts getting serious with a woman. That's what I got. And I loved what Seth said about a man should bring value to a woman, vice versa. So if you're not in that phase of your life where you can bring value to another person, go to the drawing board, go in the locker room, do what you got to do, get right, work your 60, 70 hours, like the beloved Kevin Samuels used to say, build, and then get your shit together, you get your shit together, and then we can get together. How about that?
Correct, but they kind of moved it. And I wasn't sure why though. I was really scratched. I wanted to have a conversation. I see that it was really triggering. I see that they were passionate about it, but they weren't talking about what I was talking about. Yeah, we said it at the same time. All right, this is Faye, RUD. All right, how do we get? Can you drop in the link so they can cam up?
Okay, so okay. No problem. I can do that for you right here. And you guys, I'm putting up the link, and make sure you just cam up so Blue can see who you are. This is his show. I'm just co-pilot right now, trying to get through it. But that's the link, and you link on. Okay.
Yeah, and I want to continue the conversation because
honestly, I'm going to tell you, I have 5 things. I have a lag, don't I?
No, you got 5 things.
Oh, I have 5 things that I require. I have 5 things that I require for you to even get a tryout for the team. That's how I look at it. And I think we're on the same line, Polo. 1, you must have a type of source of income, job and or business, which is normal because you need money to survive for your basic living. 2, you must have your own place, as maybe with a roommate, an apartment, a house, but you must have somewhere where you cohabit on your own. 3, You don't have to have a Maserati. You don't have to have a Beamer, but you have to have some type of reliable transportation. Okay. 4, you have to, for me, this is one for me. You have to be able to know how to cook, because the weight of my heart is through my stomach. So I love a man that knows how to cook. I love a man that knows how to cook. I mean, am I expected to cook all the time, Blue? Am I expected to cook all the time?
No, but
I'm just.
what I want to ask you is, not being able to cook, is that a disqualifier?
No, but you have to be willing to learn. You have to be willing to try, sit in the kitchen with me and keep me company and watch what I'm doing, because I work too, and I would like to come home to a home cooked meal. Just like a man can YouTube how to put a ceiling fan up, they can YouTube how to make a meal.
I got you. No, that's fine. I'm sure there's plenty of men who are more than willing to watch you cook and keep you company while you're preparing the food and participating. Yeah, I don't see that being a problem whatsoever. Let's see. Faye, RUD, can you hit the link so I can add you? And Durain, Lynn, Mikhail, hit the link so I can add you. I'm not sure who KJ is. KJ said the goalpost is in the middle of a conversation. If you introduce a topic, feedback will follow. Yes, this is true. But if I'm saying one thing and you answer a whole different question, that's what they call moving the goalpost. But not you, Blue. I'll cut you off. They said, what's your 5th one? You got the 4. What's after cooking?
My 5th one is effective communication. We have to be able to have good communication skills. We have to be able to talk and have those serious conversations, because you're not going to be able to click with somebody or be compatible with somebody if you're not able to communicate effectively.
I'm going to put the link again. They said they don't see the link.
Okay, hold on. I'm going to put it in again.
There is no link. Yes, it is. Was the link dropped? I don't see it either. Hey, listen, this is the first one.
I'm gonna drop it. I'm gonna drop it again. Hold on.
I appreciate all y'all moving over to follow me onto YouTube. I really appreciate everybody coming so quickly. This should be the link. It's under embrace_the_grace with the hearts on each side. Yeah. And you'll see the StreamYard.
It could be because it's my StreamYard Blue. So they might have to go on my channel and to see the link, or you can send it to them. You can send it to them personally. I guess because it's we're going through my StreamYard, it's showing on mine. So if you guys wanna click on to Embrace the Grace, the link will be there. But our comments came at the same time. When you said, "Oh, we said that at the same time," that's because when you send a comment, I send the comment too. Oh, there's a link. There you go.
Okay, so everybody, hey, Smitty.
And yes, don't forget to press the like button.
Smash the like button.
That's like saying hello to us and putting.
AJ. Yeah, please hit the like button. Like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe. Please subscribe. It's what I offer on my side is clipped versions of the long show, so you don't have to watch the whole show. You more or less the highlights, funny parts, and or interesting comments from me and or guests. So like, share, and subscribe. And you gotta call me back, Smitty. We gotta finish that conversation. I know you're out here making all that money. I cannot find it. You using my phone. Well, that shouldn't affect the fact that you should see the link. I don't know why she wouldn't be able to see the link still. Okay, can they see that?
Smitty, can you see my? Well, yeah, Smitty, you can see my link, right?
Can they see that the link I just dropped there? I mean, I want to bring a couple people up. I see. Make sure it's not on her page. I see it. Okay. Andrea says she see it.
So, Miss K, go through my channel. Go through my channel through Embrace the Grace. That's your people on Blue.
Right. Yeah, I know. I'm trying to figure it out. Okay, I'm live.
That's your people on Blue.
Can't see that. Just type it so here, so you close and copy and paste maybe. Okay, but it didn't come up though, Casey.
Going to Embrace the Grace live.
Okay, I see it. I see you dropped it again.
Yeah. I don't know what's the problem.
It's not showing up on my side.
Can you do me a favor and click on the link? It's not showing up on your side?
Yeah, I'm looking at my phone. For some reason, not showing up on my side. Okay, so how do I put the link in the chat?
I've been putting the link on the chat. You don't see it? How you put it in? You have to, you see where it says invites? You see the little plus sign with where it says invite? On the bottom where it says mute, stop cam, settings, present, and invite. Press on invite, copy the link, and just paste it on in the chat.
Okay, there you go, everybody. Finally got it. Thank you.
There you go. My pleasure, sir. We flying this plane while we building it, sir. So everybody put your seatbelt on.
All right. So everybody should be able to see the chat, see the link. I don't know why. It should, because we're both on ours. I don't know why I wouldn't do it, but I couldn't see yours, mine. So, okay, we got Durain. It should, because we're both on ours. I don't know why I wouldn't do it, but I couldn't see yours. All right, Durain, I have to mute. So, okay, we got Durain. It should, because we're both on ours. I don't know why I wouldn't do it, but I couldn't see yours. All right, Durain, I have to mute. So, okay, we got Durain. You're gonna have to mute something.
There's an echo. I'm gonna put mine on mute.
No, you're fine. It's the rain. I can hear the background.
Yo,
go.
what's that? What, do I need to stop my sound?
Here we go. We popping up. They popping up.
Okay, great. Everybody be good to go. Okay.
What
so
do you hear, Blue?
Okay, so Durain, I don't know. You need to turn something down. I think it's you. You need to turn something down. Okay. It's your headset? Okay, so Durain, I don't know. You need to turn something down. I think it's you. You need to turn something down.
The YouTube needs to be turned off in the background. Close your tabs of other YouTubes.
Can you hear me?
No, I can't hear you.
Yes.
I can see you, but I can't hear you, Durain.
I can hear.
You can hear her? No, I can't hear you. Okay. All right.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we're good to go. Thank you. All right. So, Faye.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. You can't hear me?
Yes. I cannot hear.
Okay, Faye. You can't hear me?
I can hear you.
I'm sorry. I'm talking to Durain.
Check your settings.
Anyway, Faye. So the question that you asked
Can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
I can't hear you.
Where? I don't even know what to do. Okay, you look to your left. Durain, look to the left.
Your other left foot.
Can y'all
Look,
hear me?
yes,
to
we
your
can
left.
hear you. Look to your left. Over here. Your left. No, other left. Up. Look.
I muted her.
Okay, cool. All right, hold on, Dwayne. We'll get back to you. Okay, Faye. The question that you had is, are black women more financially stable than black men, correct?
Yes.
Okay. The people that were in the chat, that those 25 or 28 people that we had is not a big enough sample size to really
I know.
answer that question.
That's true.
And I'm
Statistically,
not
have you looked at it?
saying, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Statistically, I was inferring that majority of black women graduate college than black men.
Oh, yes,
Therefore,
most
I was
definitely.
inferring that they make more money and they probably got their stuff together.
I'll give you the first point for sure. More black women do have degrees than black men in 2023 for sure. But it's not necessarily that much of a wage gap because women are still nurturers. They will take off. So here's a simple principle. When kids come in a family, women will take off to nurture the kids. Men will work harder to provide for the family, for the child and the mother. So he's still working, and so he's still earning income. She's at home taking care of the baby, just because that's more of a natural thing to do. So when there's a wage gap, you have to incorporate that as well. You can't just say, oh, all women. Yeah, women have more degrees, but there's still blue collar jobs that make more than some degrees. Quite a few.
I know this is not relevant, but they passed the Family Medical Leave Act. So men are now entitled to paternity leave at the federal level. Private sector, it depends if their job offers it. But things are changing and evolving to include men for parental care.
I agree because Kyle took family medical leave for his newborn.
Yep.
So,
And a coworker just did that the other day.
okay.
So, I mean, yeah, that argument was valid 10 years ago, 5 years ago. But now it's kind of shared.
Okay, but so with your point of women making a higher income, but that don't mean that does not mean that women, when they're going into a relationship, are looking to take care of a man.
No, I'm not justifying that. And I was in agreement with you and said I was just I was changing the goalpost.
You were doing what?
I agreed with you and said I just moved the goalpost.
Why?
Not intentionally. I was in agreement with you. So I just wanted to raise a question. Sorry.
Okay, that's fine. No, it's a legit thing. But the question I would have to you is, if you meet a man and you know, let's just say, however you get to it, you figure out based on his job and what he does, and you glass door it, and you figure out that you make $40,000 more than him, are you going to say, okay, since I'm the breadwinner, we're gonna live where I can afford, we're gonna eat what I can afford, we're gonna drive the vehicles that I can afford because I'm the breadwinner? No. So, but a man goes into a situation, if he's going to be committed and monogamous to a woman, that's what his mindset has to be. So, I'm not saying that your money is not relevant, but unless you're saying that you're going to take that stance, then it really doesn't matter. And that's why I say when women say a man's, he just needs to be able to take care of himself, bullshit. He needs to be able to provide the lifestyle that she's accustomed to based on his money. If he can't, it's going to be a problem. Hold on. I can't hear you.
Oh, my response, not argument, but my response to that statement is that today's day and age, dual income is kind of a necessity for middle class families. So we can't disqualify a woman's income because unless he has 300K a year or 200K a year, that money is helpful. Can we agree to that?
Yes.
Okay. So with that being said, she doesn't have to take the steering wheel. She can bring that money in and like kind of take the faith in him leading. I don't have a problem with that. But I don't like the statement that her money doesn't mean anything to us when they're making 40K, 50K on average a year. That money's helpful, whether I make 50 or 6 figures.
No.
It's not
I didn't say
realistic
that.
to say that.
I didn't say her money's not. I didn't, because in my ideal plan, if the man can pay for mortgage, light, water, gas, she can pay for groceries and save, or she can pay down
Yeah,
credit card debt, or I mean, the money's going to be utilized for the pot for the family.
correct.
Yeah, I'm not saying her money is irrelevant. Hell, if the more she makes, the better off you can be. The more
Yeah.
she makes, you can save her whole income, and in 5 years, you have $250,000. The more
Yeah,
she
I wouldn't even want the steering wheel. I would hope that he has his financial acumen and would be able to handle the payments and the responsibility of providing and protecting with my assistance. That's how I see it. I don't see
Right.
anything beyond that, if that makes sense.
Okay. Say what you got. And thank you for coming in. Thank you for switching over. I appreciate it. I know it was a little tedious, but we here.
What did I miss?
Not much. It was technical issues earlier.
First thing, the whole degree thing, I don't even want to tackle it as far as the education until we can actually quantify it, because before Blue's live ended on IG, the most educated doesn't necessarily equate to making more money, because education is just the accumulation of degrees. I can have more degrees than someone, and someone could still be smarter than me in some facets. So that's why I was saying, if you have someone who has a degree in general studies or business, they're not making more money for the most part as somebody who has a law degree or somebody who has an engineering degree. That's why I said the type of degrees matter. Just to have a degree and say you're more educated does not translate to you making more money than the man is a woman when we're talking about Black people.
Okay. No, that's right. Duba, what you got?
I mean, I can agree with the fact that she said about the women today are graduating much faster than guys, because normally younger guys don't typically have in their head that they're ready for more than, especially when it comes to degrees and graduating school. But when it comes to, I say, a 2-income household, I can say here where I live at, you do need it. And like I can say, we in my house, we share responsibilities for everything. Because by me, I have child support and other obligations before I met my wife. So that was mine even before I got with her. So I have 3 other kids before I had my youngest son with my wife. So and that aspect, I'm not gonna lie to you, child support is a beast. Depends on what state that you're in. And my child support in the state of Virginia. Virginia's a common law state. So that's a whole different monster. We ain't gotta get into that, but but I know, truthfully, I know I did it because a third of mine get hit off the rip just for child support. So yeah, so I have to. By me, I do other things to supplement that, but it's just you just get hit like that. It stings. So that's why I do like a football officiate in the fall. I just do other stuff to make to make my money. So, but I do agree with you, Kay, when you say about women do graduate. Women do have more degrees than men. That's just a proven fact. But men still, I can say men sometimes do generate more income than women. Now, I don't want to sound chauvinist or nothing like that, because I know some truck drivers that make more bank than people that work in Fortune 500 companies. I'm talking about I know people that in Mississippi, truck drivers that live in the state of Mississippi make more money than people that live in other states. And then because the cost of living in Mississippi is much cheaper. So they'll see more money than someone who making 150,000. They can make 150,000 in Mississippi will make it look like they done earned 200,000. While you live in a state like Texas,
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
California,
California is really not that much compared to Mississippi. I
well,
mentioned that to Blue a couple of lives ago.
even here in Texas, because I think even when you make that much money, you be in a different tax bracket. So you
They tax you more.
No, I mean it tax you more, but then it's all in your state too. That's another aspect of it to your state. Because Texas don't have state taxes, so it all depends on what state you're in. It's a whole lot to that. So
And we
I
have to
know.
understand too. It depends on where you live. Every place in California is not the cost of living of Los Angeles and San Diego. Where I'm at, the average income is about 80. I think it's 80,000 as average income, household income, and I'm sure it's much higher in San Diego and LA counties. But I live more out suburbs in the sticks, and away from the city. So you have to factor that in too. I mean, because you have to think most people in California are probably not making $100,000 So.
You had something, Grace?
Yeah, I gotta
It's a
say
comment.
something. And for those who don't know me, for those that don't know me, I am an advocate for men. And my objective is to turn the mirror on women. Let me tell you, yeah, women have more degrees, but a lot of them are BS degrees, and a lot of them come out with a lot of debt that their salary don't even match the debt that they're in to get the degrees that they got. So that's why it doesn't matter to a man. And most women don't spend their money on men. And that's why men don't matter how much. It doesn't matter to men how much money you have, because most women keep their money for themselves, and the men are the ones providing. So let's keep it real, guys. Okay, let's keep it real. Yes, women got more degrees, but there are men out there making more money working in sanitation, truck drivers, and blue collar jobs. You have masters and PhD degrees, but you're still working at Walmart because they're not hiring in your area. So I just had to say that, because we're kind of being too nice about things, and we just got to keep it real.
I think
and really put it out there the way it is.
I think that's a biased statement to say that women have masters and PhD. I think you're being hyperbolic by saying that they work at Walmart and places like that. I know a lot of doctorate and masters and
that was just an example.
Black women in STEM that are excelling far beyond men currently. And I don't see that in my day-to-day life. I don't see those type of women that you're referencing. So maybe that depends on who. There are people who work at the mall and they have a master's degree and they're folding clothes. I agree with you. But I wouldn't say a clear majority of them, because if that was the case, nobody would be getting graduate degrees. So I think there's an assumption that women, especially Black women, are not financially responsible for their own finances. I think that's a leap in that statement. I don't think even though Black women and men are the largest consumer and spenders, I think that women of that caliber tend to not just waste their accomplishments easily like that.
Okay, so what she was trying to say was broad strokes. Some women get degrees that do not pay. They're not in STEM. They're in liberal arts. They're in painting or things that you can't quantify to go get a job and make $47,000 or more straight out of college. They have to, so for example, I have nothing against this degree, but social work is one of the degrees you cannot make any money until you have a master's. So that's a prime example that you have to go into further debt just to make a reasonable income as a social worker. So she's more talking about that for any woman who has a degree in STEM, science, technology, engineering, or math, and then go get a job based on that. We're not talking about them. We're talking about all the other degrees in liberal arts and or form of arts. Because there's two kinds of bachelors: Bachelor of Science, Bachelor of Arts. So if you fall under the Bachelor of Arts, that's more who she's talking to. I don't know what to do. I can have more than 4 people. I'm just going crazy.
You about to lose your mind.
China made a comment: women spend money on the household, men
It'll
spend
take
money on themselves.
time.
No, she made a good point.
So
I've heard that argument.
I haven't used these in a while, but when I first came to Instagram, no disrespect to China, but I got to put this card up here. Can y'all see that?
It's backwards, Sid.
Oh man, it's cap. That's not. That's a
Cap
cap.
in backwards. Cap spelled backwards.
Yeah, that's a cap. That's not true because
I agree.
men are taking care of the household. Men
But how?
are making sure the damn lights are on. So you know the story I shared with you guys is my dad was really quiet.
Mm.
He worked and all that, but one thing I can say is as a child when I came home, the lights was always on and there was always food on the table because my daddy was a damn provider. So men are not spending money on themselves. Men are spending money on making sure the utilities are on in the house and making sure food is on the table for them kids in a 2-family household.
Here you go, Sid.
Well, you know what? Can I say this? Excuse me.
Come on, Auntie in the building, and she loud. Come on, Auntie.
She
And
fixed it. She
Auntie
fixed
in
it.
the building, and you saying I'm loud?
I want to see these studies, and they have to be from like legitimate sources.
I will said I'm gonna cite it.
Essence Magazine isn't a legitimate
No.
source.
I'll get a scholarly journal.
Sources.
I'll get you
a
a scholarly journal. Don't worry.
I need some scholarly shit, not some shit somebody just made up on the internet.
Okay.
Go ahead,
Deal.
Auntie. Come on with it.
Well, when you talk about a man, every household don't have a man in the house. We have a man shortage. Okay. So a lot of these women are they making money. But as I was saying before you ended your last live, I'm about sick and tired of hearing about $100,000.
Yeah.
Because I know to live in California,
It's
100,000 is nothing.
like
Okay.
50-40. It's
How
nothing.
about 200,000? Can we talk about 200,000?
You please. There's no more. Just no more 100,000. I'm so over it because that's all you hear. Even when these young women.
No substance.
I listen to a live and it's like, well, how much do they need to make? Oh, 150,000, 100,000. Are you making that?
It's like 30-40.
Well, if he the provider and I'm making, such and such, he should be making more than me. I hear what y'all saying about, well, you should have it together if you in your 40s and, hey, when you should have something to bring to the table. But under some people's circumstances, everybody may not. And I would never tell somebody you do not deserve to be with nobody because you don't. You struggling. And then, I ain't talking about living with their mama.
Hold on.
Not talking about that.
Hold on one second. All right. I got to address this before I get too far. Yeah, he said there are 6 qualifying markers to be a high value man compared to what Kevin said. And he also said there's less than 10% of men that qualify to be considered high value. Every man is not going to be high value. And unfortunately, all people heard was the money part. There was 5 other qualifiers. And one of the major qualifiers for having said money of $120,000, because he didn't just say 100 even, he said 120. He said 10,000 per month, every month for 5 years in order to qualify to be a high value man. I'm sorry.
And a group of people, the people you surround yourself with have to have that same group as well.
Right.
This is why I always say he's one of the most hated men because people have only taken part of his message and ran with it, and it's actually sad. And I'm not saying that that China's doing that, but part of his message has been hijacked and just kind of distorted.
He did not popularize six figures. Women popularized their standards that they wanted men to make more money than them. And the quickest thing to say, instead of saying I want him to make 99,000, they would say I want him to make six figures. It's a simpler way to say 100,000. He didn't popularize it. All he did was comment on what the comments were.
I I'm not. Listen, y'all talking about Kevin Samuels. I I don't even know why anybody. I mean, the man, he's gone. Rest in peace, Kevin Samuel, and he's still ringing down here on this earth with comments that he made to a lot of women. That to me, it was kind of derogatory. He didn't even give some women a chance. But y'all using this man as like what? Kevin Samuel said, what?
Majority of his viewers were women, like 80%.
I know. I know. I was over there,
But the
and
same
I would tap in just to see what woman would cam up to get degraded.
the same women that had an issue with him though love Derek Jackson. I find that very interesting.
You know what? I
Yeah,
didn't
that's
even know
ironic.
Derek
I didn't
Jackson.
realize that.
I tell you, I love me some Kevin Samuels, Auntie. I love me
I
some.
think
Same
Kevin.
women that hated him
I think there's
love
some
me
truth.
some
I
Derek
think Kevin
Jackson. I
Samuels.
wonder why.
I think Kevin
Faye,
Samuels.
Faye, we can't hear when you're
Oh, sorry.
talking, and we
Sorry.
can't hear, honey.
I think Kevin Samuels had some truth to his statements. I just think the
Good. That
delivery and the style and the messaging was a little unorthodox.
He wasn't for everybody. It's like we can dumb this down to real life. I think that everybody on this panel is strong. Everybody on this panel might not have the mentality to go through a boot camp because here's
right.
what happens in boot camp: they degrade you. They say, trust me, they say some of the worst things that you are going to get heard when you go to boot camp because I've been there. Everybody can't deal with that. So, you know what? Some people are not going to go to boot camp. If Kevin Samuel's message did not resonate with you, you probably should not listen to that type of delivery, is what I believe.
Well, I would
I'm
say
just.
I think the reason why the message didn't resonate is because there's already a smaller group of men who fit even the descriptors that you all have shared tonight. And so then to go and hear someone say that that pool is even more small and is continuing to shrink, I don't think it's necessarily the we didn't agree with it. It was more so of not always having the words to articulate, well, what in the hell are we supposed to do? Right? So if you're saying that you are to find someone and put yourself in the environment of someone that meets your standard, your qualification, whatever that may look like, right, based on who you are and where you are in life, it's still the fact that remains is that the number of men who are ready, right, and should be prepared and then are willing, it's not that many of y'all. And I think for as much as you all want women to be mindful of us being unicorns or outliers or rare, a lot of y'all, these three that I'm looking at, fit that example as well. It's not a lot of do-bugs and says and blues running around these here streets for us to be able to say, hey, look, let me make sure I'm coming, to this in a way that makes good sense for all of us. So I think we have to keep that in context that there are a few more of y'all out there, but it ain't enough of y'all, right? Generally speaking, for women who are ready to then receive said man.
Well said.
Yeah.
Thank you, Casey.
You're welcome.
Casey always drops some nuggets, but Casey, you know what I'm going to say is because y'all are too busy trying to take on these rebuilding projects at 40 years old, and
Ouch. Ouch.
and still being with and not, being at home, and I know that Blue was just joking when he said that with the bed and all that, instead of saying, hey, I need somebody who's qualified, who's going to actually be a leader as a man and be leading a woman. But Dubuk said, I am all for dual incomes and all that because I think of the more the merrier. I don't have an issue with a woman making just as much or more than me. But I understand that I'm the leader, and I don't need that. And I think what Faye pushes on is when men say that, and it's only a certain category of men, Faye, not all men. Certain men, and we're talking about men who are more high earners and more established.
Yeah.
If I say as a woman's degrees are important to me, it is not to, and Faye, you're educated. It is not to diminish your accomplishments, but as you see on my wall, I have plenty of them. So it's great that you have them. It's just something that I don't need. There may be other things. So the things I would be looking for you, Derain, Casey, or this young lady here are voids in me as a man that I don't have. So if I already have a lot of money, if I already have a lot of degrees and accomplishments,
Yeah, that's a good point.
to the so-called table is not important to me. But that's me at my standard where I am as a man. I can't speak for other men, Blue or Dubois. I can only speak for me. And so it's not to diminish you. Those things are just not a necessity. And I know it sounds dismissive when I say
No,
they're
it's
not.
not.
They're just not important to me because I don't need a woman with that. It's
No,
nice.
I
It's
agree.
nice if you have it.
I get that part, but that's someone who's accomplished and has met all his goals. How about the men that haven't reached your level set?
I
Maybe
don't
like
necessarily
they
agree
shouldn't be
with
dating.
that.
Maybe they shouldn't be dating.
Huh?
Blue said maybe they shouldn't be dating. I said maybe they shouldn't be dating, right? You should.
That was okay.
I'm struggling. Just real quick, I'm struggling as a man. If you do not have your stuff together, what are you doing out there seeking a partner as a woman? Unless Casey and I have a mutual agreement that it's a friends with benefit type thing. Why am I vetting her on a serious level if I can't take on that responsibilities as a leader, as a man? That's where I'm struggling with it.
So let me say this
That's a good point.
to all the gentlemen that's up here. Let's just take a look at the younger gentlemen coming up. And they're out here. They're in their 20s and they're in their 30s. They're not well established. But they with girls, women, young women. They making babies. They're not well established.
That's
so,
correct.
huh?
No, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
So, to tell them, well, you shouldn't be dating because you I don't know. I can't even think about where they might be working at. You only working at so and so, and you done fell in love with this girl. You ain't making enough money you just living over here in this apartment paying XYZ, but you're not well established.
That's up to the parents to rear them, though, like at a young age. The way
Let me
Seth is
ask this.
doing it.
In that same situation where you have somebody who's not established who takes on a relationship, could be me with evolution, and then in the event, because most people are not going to wait, we have sex, she ends up having a child, now I'm in no position to take care of my responsibility. And we see that happening over and over in our youth, specifically in our community. Now I'm a man who can barely take care of myself, and now I've brought another life into this world, and I can't do anything because I did not have my SHIT together before I went there.
And it's happening every day.
It's also happening.
Are we going to criticize them for this? Yeah. What did we do to stop the problem?
So we also have to make sure there's accountability on the other side. And I do understand that as for men to be leaders, that they hold a lot of responsibility and accountability. But also, we hear the old adage that parents love their daughters, right? And not necessarily raise their daughters, meaning giving them the tools and the things to look out for. My mom used to tell me all the time that by the time you realize how babies are made, if you have a child, it's because you wanted one. You know how to keep from getting pregnant, right? And and of course, it's a general statement. So you can't say it's the man's fault that, oops, something slipped and something happened, there's accountability for us to also ensure that our daughters understand what standards are, when to say we can go kick it, we can go to dinner, we can go to movies, we can
What's the
hang
limit?
out.
Yeah.
But this is where I draw the line at until we are able to progress. I don't think we should have the expectation that a 25-year-old is going to have all their ish together, be it man or woman, not in 2023 in the way that life is progressing. But do you have a foundation for some stability? And then if that's the case, then if you have been raised and nurtured and supported effectively, then you'll be able to put things in place to say, yes, we can be together. And at 25, I will build with you. Right. But then this is how we plan our life when we plan our future. But I think we just chalk it up like they're young and they're not supposed to know. That's our fault and our gap that we have to now fill as the elders and the older folks who are having a hand in raising these children, be it mama, daddy, auntie, uncle, whatever it is, not giving both our young men and our young women the tools they need to be successful.
What's that word that you just said? Other than establish, you said another word. I love it.
Accountability?
No. She just used the word
Foundation?
25-year-old, them being, did you say stability?
Right.
Stability.
I'm okay with that. I can remove established from, because I think when someone hears established, they think of an income way up here.
Yeah.
I will agree with
Stability,
being
security.
A stable,
Security.
you're able to take care of that. So thank you, Casey. I believe with stability.
Okay.
Evo, what you got? Good evening.
Hi, I've been, hey everyone.
Hey.
I've been listening to you guys jump around, so I'm just trying to figure out what exactly are we talking about, so I don't sound crazy. What exactly? Because I know y'all hit Kevin Samuels, y'all hit a whole bunch of stuff. Like, so I'm like, what exactly are we talking about? Because I just want to make sure that I'm in sync with everyone else.
You can jump in anywhere you want, really, at this point, because our initial topic from the IG, we've pivoted from that, and now we're just kind of commenting, kind of like we normally do, but now we're on YouTube and we can have more people. So, yeah, whatever you want to comment on.
Okay, I'm usually always the alien in the room, and I'm fine with that. Because I feel like if a man is not established, and whatever you want to call that, because that is kind of subjective to the person that wants whatever they're looking for. You get what I'm saying? I feel like he should not be dating. If he doesn't have his stuff together, I don't think he should be out there looking, because then you get women that now, because his stuff is not together for whatever reason, and their stuff maybe, now we have to play the sympathy role. Oh, I understand your stuff is not together. I understand you had a hard life. Forget what I want, because I have to fall into your story and be sad for you and hold you down, King. I'm going to forget what's going on with me. And I don't think it's fair.
That's right.
Think it's, thank you, Queen.
That's not an alien comment, by the way. That's a
yes, and me and Faye, we see eye to eye on a lot.
Yeah, that's a standard. I don't even think we should even argue that. Am I wrong, everyone? I think said it and Blue said it earlier. Am I wrong with that statement?
No, I mean, that's what I initially started.
Yeah,
and I apologize for anybody who was listening. I said what you just said, Evo, and then they took it and said basically what you said you don't care about a man being down, about a man not being able to.
I mean, we
said,
feel
no,
bad,
you should
but
not date. And I'm agreeing with you and Faye. But Faye changed the goalpost on purpose just because she wanted to be Faye, so we're gonna forgive her for that.
No. I changed the goalpost because I think that should be a standard for every woman, especially when it comes to our people. I don't see any middle ground for that. There's no middle ground.
Well, okay,
I wasn't raised like that. Like, there's no way. Okay, how about this? If you're 20, 21, you get married young at 22, 23. Yes, build together, grow together. But if you're 40, 50 and up, I am not doing this 20, 30-year project at the age of 80. It's not going to happen. I'm sorry. I'm
No,
just not
okay.
gonna do it. I did it with my ex-husband when I got married.
That's what I said when I first came on with Blue. Did y'all hear me say
he
No,
that?
I
did.
missed that.
Yes,
40 damn years old is way too
I've
old
always said
for,
that.
for
That's
me
just
to
not
be
gonna
involved in
happen.
a building
Y-
should be
project.
together
I'm
now.
not taking that off.
I had friends who argued with me over that, like actual friends, and I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm just at the age of. I'm not saying he has to be super rich or this and that. I'm not saying that. I'm talking about construction project. Like, where's your resume? Let me help build your resume. I did that with my ex-husband at 23. I'm not doing that at 50 plus. It's just not going to happen. Your
Okay,
stuff.
so all right,
I agree.
hold on, Faye.
And it's not about
You
money
go.
because I think money cheapens men. I told you that on the other live, Blue. I think talking about money, you cheapen the guy, even if he is six figures. You can see when a guy is situated. You don't need to. There are evidence of men being six figure and up. Like, it's not just materialistic things. It's their discipline. It's the way they carry themselves. It's their lifestyle, how they rear their kids. You know, you don't like Sed would never need to tell me whatever he makes because you can tell how he,
He'll pull up in a Tesla. That's all.
Mine is the Tesla because he
I
just got
must
that.
be
He just
Tesla.
got that Tesla how long ago? Mine is the Tesla. Now you part of the A team with the Tesla, but
But I would somewhat argue because I had a M5 before the Teslas.
oh God.
I just be bothering saying.
Okay. Mine is. Let's say we didn't see. Let's say we didn't know what car Sed drove, and he just walked in a diner. I could tell the difference between you and a
You
40.
could tell you could tell he got money. Right.
I could sniff you,
But
Sed.
then Blue look like money too. Blue ain't broke.
No, I'm giving Blue. No, Blue's in another
There's
example.
several guys that I've
You can
crossed by
tell
on
if
this
Blue comes in
internet
with his bow
streets that you
tie.
could tell they got
They're
bags.
educated. They got their stuff together. You could tell Blue with his bow
Hold on,
tie.
hold on, hold on. Did Auntie say we got a bag?
Well, you got
No, no,
bank.
You guys are
don't take it
obvious.
back.
You
I
guys
just
are
want to
obvious.
verify that you
Well, I
said.
did say, but I guess y'all don't carry bags,
That's a
so.
compliment.
Hold on.
But y'all,
Take it.
hold on, Faye. But you got bank.
Auntie gonna be twerking soon. Wait till she gets to New York.
Where y'all got Auntie?
I'm coming. I'm gonna move to New York. Well, I can't move there. Y'all don't have no grass.
We'll have no
That's
grass.
funny. That is funny. So I do have a question
They
for
got
the
the
ladies.
Poconos.
Why was I getting so much pushback when I said that a man, if he's not together, if he's still living with somebody else, he doesn't have his own? Why was I getting so much pushback from other women saying, no, you got to give him a shot? Like they were offended, and that's not even what I said. Help
I
me.
got an answer for that.
Go ahead.
You messed up when you canned that first lady up because it made all the other ladies that didn't have a strong mind fall to pieces. Because they always want us to be sympathetic. Not all of us, but a lot of us like, yeah, that's right. If he don't have it together, he could have had an issue. And don't nobody care about that. Sir, get it together. Or keep your stuff in your pants and stay alone until you get it together. Let that be motivation. When you're not getting any and you're watching all the good stuff pass you by, that should be your motivation to get up and get that bag.
No incentive.
Hey, Durae, when you said bag, do we have bag? What kind of bags were they? These kind of bags, or what kind of bags?
And inside that bag, oh no, not that bag, a briefcase bag.
Oh, you said bag. I wasn't sure what kind of bag you was talking about. My bad.
Right. See?
Who's that bag? Is that for me?
You see what I'm saying? You could tell. You could always tell, not even in today's time, in yesterday's time. You could tell the men that had it together. Yeah. You really could. And kudos, my thing is, kudos to the men that do today. Because, to me, any particular person that live in California and you paying big rent and all of that, you got it together. Because rent, we know, I ain't got to live there, but we know that mortgages and rents is very, 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 very high. Okay, New York, where there's no grass, it's different places. That right, y'all. You said it too just the other day. I gotta get out of here. I done heard people from New York was like, the rents and the mortgages is ridiculous, and I'm sorry, but I don't know where inflation went, But if you got what you got, you better hold on to what you have.
Yeah.
Because these grocery stores,
It's
these
not a joke.
utility bills, and all of this,
Gas.
people got situations. All we sitting up here talking about is some relationship. And I'm gonna tell you something. If you're single, I don't think nothing wrong with it, personally.
Nothing.
Would any of you ladies on the panel,
Thank you, Doreen.
would any of you ladies on the panel take on a rebuilding project at 40?
No.
No said.
Not at all.
Okay.
Not at
No.
all.
But
But
I don't want to
Now
seem
I
like I
will.
don't want to seem like, oh, you're disgusting. I'm just it just ain't in me.
I
No.
I won't take on a building project, but I
supportive.
will help to add on to the foundation that you
That's
have
what I wanted to
built.
say.
Right.
Okay.
So what I'm not going to do at 40 is then try to help you figure out um how what you need to do to be able to eat, sleep,
Right.
put clothes on your back,
The
get back and forth
basics.
to work. Not doing that at 40. But if you have a vision, you have something that you're working towards, and I have
Right.
skills that I can add to that to help it come to life, to
That's
move
beautiful.
forward. I'm all for that. Like, that is me investing in the relationship and investing in my man. But what I'm not going to do is try to figure out how to teach you the basics of being a man around dressing, grooming, hygiene, paying bills on time. At 40, 45, you should
Hey,
have those
hey,
foundational
hey,
things.
but why? Hey, but why?
At 40, you were saying that I should teach a man hygiene?
Man,
DK,
Who said that?
no,
Who said that?
hold on a second. DK's father, you have to come up and show your face. You cannot just talk with a blank screen. So you can put it in the chat whether you can follow the rules or not. If not, I can't let you speak. Everybody else is cammed up, respectfully.
of course. But I know I've been sitting back just listening, but everybody saying about the adding to all that, but you got women that's in their 40s, early 50s, doing the same thing that some of these young girls doing too.
Yeah.
They are drinking more Casamigos, Hennessy shots, eating chicken wing tacos than somebody fresh out of college. You actually think a
Hmm.
man want to add that to his life too? They doing, if you're doing the same thing your daughter doing, why do or why should a man even be with you? Same thing for dude. Older dudes doing it too. They look here. I know most older men that I know. They say they don't want nothing old but money. They want somebody about 25, 26. Somebody they can bust down or something like that. End up getting them pregnant, and now he's a granddaddy and a new father. His
Hmm.
baby and his grandchild the same age. So
Okay.
Because
that's that's the stuff that I don't understand.
men value youth and purity in women.
Right.
This is
And
why
that is
as
true,
we get
said. That is
older,
true.
That's
we want
international.
to date younger.
Right. And me, now that's some I know that's a topic that I open up a whole nother can of worms. But that's just another thing, like you trying to talk about you want to add to like women, most women they do accept a rebuild project with a dude. That's just the reality of it. Because these days you have the community, the leather community, and most of them on that side of the fence. So when they see somebody that got halfway got stuff together, they'll try to help them. Okay, let's build this person here up because ain't that many pickings. It's in a city like Casey, and you know what's going on out there.
Mm.
In most of these
Mm.
cities, I mean, I don't have nothing against that community. I got feminine peoples in that community, but that's just the reality of it. It's not a whole heap of pickings out here for heterosexual
Right.
women
So
and
that
men to
means
Hey,
pick
my
hey,
from.
house.
hey, hey, yeah, I hear that. Hey, let me ask you a question. Can I ask the host a question real
Man,
quick?
he said cam up, brother.
I know. Just hold on. Hey, look. I saw that girl that was next to me. You know what I'm saying? Hers went down. The girl with the hair and the blue tank top. She ain't had no camera up or nothing for a second. I just want to know why is it like that for the fellas? How come we can't be cam down for a second? I'm trying to get it together, trying to get it to work.
been calmed down the whole
You know
time.
who this is? This is a 26-year-old boy that starts with a K.
What's up, everybody? How you all doing?
Kyle.
Oh
Hey.
man,
I'm sorry, I was laying down. I couldn't do it the way I
like,
wanted to do it.
that was like, who's this guy?
I was like, this sounds like a young
I was listening like that sound like Kyle.
Yeah, because I
Sounds
was
like a
playing
baby
around.
boy.
Hey,
Sounds like a baby boy.
hey, because I had hold on, real quick. I'm trying to get the camera on right now. I don't know why I'm having so much difficulty. I'm
I
gonna
didn't know
go
who
out.
that
I'm gonna
was.
come back. I'm gonna come right back. Nice to
You
meet
gotta click on your browser.
I ain't know that was Cam. I'm about to give it to him for Blue. I'm about to say, man, the man just said Cam up.
Oh, I wouldn't have brought him up if he sent me a text message. Hey, I'm DK's father. I'm like, oh, okay, bro. You better tell me something.
Man, hold up, y'all. I'll come right back. I'll try to get. I'll come right back.
All right.
Hurry up now.
And also, I think some of these, and then these say, okay, let's go and keep it 1,000. Everybody said people shouldn't be dating, but everybody pretty much just want to get buck nasty. That's the day that we
That's
living in
it.
these times. Everybody just want to fuck. Let me go and put it like that right here. That's what it is. It come down to, if you ain't got that thing scratched in a long time, somebody got to do it for you. It can be
Blue.
It go happen. It is what it is.
You're wrong.
And that's what it basically come down to. Is somebody, once you get lateral,
Oh,
he put
Lorraine,
you in
he's
the
pointing
book,
at you.
and once he's
Oh,
doing
hell
all
no.
that, and now he got you. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it
He
is.
said you want to get buck nasty, so I was pointing at you.
who?
I mean, at the end of the day, I think
Evolution. Get that man that's up right up in the top corner. Just reach up to the left of you and just pinch him. And then when you get done, I'm gonna reach up there and knock Blue out. Okay, y'all go ahead. Continue on. Hey, Cal.
But that's just my little spiel on it. But I'm gonna let Cal go ahead and speak. I know he got some good to say.
No, I was listening to what y'all was saying, man. I got nothing to say on top of y'all. I came for backup because I saw my guys were outnumbered. So I said, let me come and try to even this out a little bit. Let me come say hello. Plus, I haven't seen all of you in a long time. I got to talk to some of you today. It felt like forever. I haven't seen y'all in a while, and I just want to say hello to all of you because I think you guys are all awesome.
Aw, thank you.
KS said that if you broke, you need to stay home. That's what he was saying.
You agree with that, Kyle?
What, if you broke, stay home?
Don't date. Get your stuff together.
I don't know if I can say all that because, like, I ain't make at all the money that I make now when I met
40,
my woman.
Not 20, at 40. And up, 40 and up.
Here's what I'll say. If you don't make much money, you don't try to do stuff outside of your means, which you can afford. And when I say that, so if you make 40 grand, you're not trying to take her to Maggiano's for 2 nights in a row for a day. You're not. If you make 40 grand a year, you're just not doing that. You need to be creative and learn how to do stuff more creative. But I mean, for people that say that they don't care too much about the way people look and about money and stuff like that, sure seems to be a problem if he doesn't make much of it, huh?
Correct.
Because nobody wants a project. Like Faye said, nobody wants a broke man.
No, here's
what he said.
And no man wants a dependent
That's not what I said. That's not what. Well, here, let me ask you a question.
Wants a chick that's in the streets.
I'm not gonna try to argue with or nothing like that, but I'm gonna ask a question. What makes you ladies? I know sometimes a lot of ladies think that they're like, "Yo, listen, I'm good. You getting a good woman." What makes you guys think that you don't have things to be worked on?
Oh, we have a lot.
Just because it's not financial. Financial is only one element of this entire puzzle.
We were talking strictly about financials.
Yeah.
But in terms of additional substance like trauma, therapy, healing, whatever, yeah, it's on us instead of projecting that onto the next person. That's going to be an ongoing thing. It just
I give a disclaimer. I tell you, look, I'm toxic.
I would tell him straight up. No, I wouldn't say
freak, and I'm running. If I see anything that I don't like from you, I'm out.
She might like that.
So basically, you
Don't
tell the
look
people
at
that
my
you
money.
crazy
I
up
won't
front.
look at yours. I say a lot
So
of
basically,
stuff. I give
you,
you all of my red flags, and then you figure out if you want to deal with it. Either way,
so
I'm
basically, you
good.
tell the people that you crazy up
I
front.
was going to say,
Yeah, I let them know I'm crazy. Yeah, I'm crazy, and
Oh
I'm gonna
shit!
put you in
I don't see what
handcuffs.
I know about.
You
No,
try to
tell them, girl. Use that word. You're toxic.
toxic, but
what
it's
See,
never a
people
dull moment.
people throw that
Evolution
word
works.
around too loose for me.
trying to add
That,
something up at the top. But
whatever happened to liking a person for the content of their character? Why does it always
We
have to
talked about
be?
that, said.
Why did it always have to be what somebody can benefit you? What? Because a lot of us women are broke. A lot of us women are hurt. A lot of us women are
Yeah,
damaged. We got 4
facts.
kids with 3 baby daddies, and you want the next man to come clean your goddamn mess up? We are so busy pointing fingers at men
Girl,
that
you
we do
better
not
talk your
take
talk.
and
That's
we do
right.
not
That's
take
not
the.
all of us.
Can I
That's
finish,
not all of
please?
us.
Can I finish,
But
please?
she's right.
Can I finish, please? That we do not take the time to turn the mirror on us and see what's wrong with us. And half of these men that we say ain't shit, we raised them as single mothers. So the same men we complain that they ain't shit, we raise them as single mothers. So we complain about a problem that we created
Talk your
ourselves.
Facts.
I can't
So
relate. I'm sorry. I can't
I
relate.
mean, we sit here and I'm listening and I'm being patient. We talk about
talk.
problems. We talk about, but we don't get to the root and we don't talk
Come
about
on.
solutions.
Come
No, you're
on.
right.
I mean, come on, guys. Let's get this car moving because it's stalling. It
Come
really
on.
is. It's
I know
stalling.
that's right. Talk
I
about
get
it,
it.
girl.
Hey, one.
If you don't have money like that and you're inadequate to be in a relationship, there are ways that you can be in a relationship and still be on your purpose and reach your goals
Thank
and
you.
build together. But women want a ready-made man when they can't even cook, clean, boil water, clean a toilet. I mean, let's just keep it real, guys. Let's really embrace this. I mean, Blue has me on here for a reason, and I'm gonna give it to y'all real. I
That's good.
really am.
Are you
I
from the
think we
East Coast?
all be
Can,
in
You
can
from
I
the
love.
ask?
East
Can I
Coast?
ask you a
That's what
question,
He's
most
from the
Blue?
East
people
Can I,
Coast, right?
Blue? Can
Are
I
you
ask
from
you
the
a
I'm
East
from
question?
New
Coast?
York too.
I knew
Um,
it. Okay.
May
No,
I
you
ask
didn't know
you,
that, Faye. You didn't know
I
that.
did know that. I promise you I knew it.
You
I
didn't
just
know
didn't
that,
want to say
Faye.
New York. I swear to
Because a
God, I
lot of
didn't
us
Miss
want
can't
to.
relate to
Because
that.
Miss? Quick
I know
question.
what she's saying.
What is
I'm
her
from
screen
Boston.
name? What's your screen
I didn't
name
want to
on
say New Jersey
Instagram?
or New York.
Me,
Yeah,
Grace.
because I've
embracing the
seen. Okay,
embracing the grace.
I've never been on lives with you before, have I?
No.
No, she's
Mm-mm.
powerful.
Awesome.
I've
Hey,
never
Blue,
either.
Blue. I don't know who this person is. Awesome, Blue. She's awesome.
And she awesome
Aw-
because she's down in women.
hey,
Of course
and
she's awesome.
no,
And
Yeah, but
that's
I
what
get
God
called a
looks
pick
for,
me a
of
lot. I
course.
get
No,
called
you're
a
not a pick
sucker.
me.
Of
She speaks
course.
for the men. That's why Kyle loves
well,
her. People don't.
well,
Exactly. They like
well.
somebody to cater to them
Why
instead
Oh,
of
not?
okay.
Why can't we
well,
because
cater to the men?
I
Why
because
think
we
not?
she's
never
But
just
look
but
at
but
talking
women
but
in
about
the
but
a
but you
real
know
medical
right
what? You know
now.
what?
eligibility.
It's not a gender
It's
war.
not
The
right.
problem with the but let me speak first because I heard her part. This is the problem with our community,
Yeah.
brown and black. There's this gender war phenomenon that's going on. It's both our faults. It's women and men. Let's just like remove that whole men are victims talk that you're having because there are men. She's looking in the mirror.
Yeah, because
There
we got
are
to look ourselves in the mirror. We're so
okay.
busy pointing at
That's
each other.
fine. But there are men. There are inadequate men out there. That
Absolutely.
doesn't. So we can't deny the fact that there are inadequate men out there. If there was adequate men, all of us would be taken.
Who
I
raised
don't want to
these
Hey,
erase
inadequate
hold
men?
on. No, no, wait. No, I think we need to just take that back a step, though, Faye. Everybody would not be taken if they were all adequate, because they still have a choice on who they're going to take, right? So,
Mhm.
like, my question is to you: what makes somebody adequate? If Blue, if I can ask that question, may I? What makes somebody adequate?
They got their shit together. What's wrong with saying that? Why is that a
What?
high level? Getting your shit together should be the adulting phase is there for a reason. There's a reason why you go to college and live in a dorm and try to be on your own. Past
Right.
that, there's levels to growth. You got to grow as a person. Forget the girl, the significant other, male or female. You got to grow. You can't be at the same stage for 10 years, 20 years.
Right. And
That's
you know me,
unattractive.
That
I'm
that's
I'm the
facts.
question guy. What does it mean to have your S together? What does that mean exactly?
Blue stated it. What was it? You got
No,
to
I'm
be
talking
able to
about to
take
you.
your.
I think
I
it's
know what
a
Blue said.
For me, if you got your stuff together, like you got a roof over your head, you can feed yourself, you can pay your bills. Yeah, then you can explore options and dating.
Self-sufficient.
You have to be self-sufficient.
Stability is the word.
Stability is the key word. Let's just say stability, because you don't have to be high earner, high income. We're not talking about that. You have to be self-sufficient and stable. Not self-sufficient for the year and then you lost all your money to gambling. Like, who has time for that? Like, we mean self-sufficient. I'm not asking you to be the highest earner 1% bullshit that is out there. No one's asking.
If he makes 20 grand, 30 grand, and he
Oh
lives
my
in a
God, we
trailer,
talked about this, Kyle.
and he
You're
lives
doing
in a
this on
trailer,
purpose.
and he's self-sufficient,
So
his
is that what
credit
you
score
think?
is 810.
So do you want me to have that? Do you want me to have that? I'm asking you. Do you want me to have that?
To be honest with you, I'm not responsible for you. To be honest with you,
I'm asking for your input, your suggestion.
If he made you happy and you two were content, that's the most important thing.
That's cute at 20. You guys are not understanding. There's bills I have to pay.
That's because of you.
His bills. If he makes 20K, I'm gonna end up paying his bills too. I want a provider, protector. I'm not asking. I don't want him to be the 1%. Didn't I just say he can take the steering wheel? Said in blue, he can take the steering wheel. That's the main thing women don't want to let go of, the steering wheel. That's the issue. That's 50% of the issue is the steering wheel.
I understand that. I get that. I think like having it together is subjective to the person. You know what I'm saying? I always say that a lot of these conversations is subjective to what you want. But I don't think, like living in New York, it's going to be very hard for me to give over the control or let a man lead if, you get what I'm saying? If I'm making more money than him, if I'm doing better than him, if he's looking up to me like I'm the hero, like it's gonna be very hard. He's gonna become my son. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not gonna work like that.
I think if you go with someone with good character, like Grace said, sorry, I don't remember your handle. If you go by character, all of these things will show. Like I said, if I saw Blue or said at a restaurant, his demeanor, his behavior, his sense of class would show like, this guy has his shit together. I don't need to know the dollar amount. You know what I'm saying? You can tell without even asking. A lot of people, you can tell just by the way they carry themselves, their mannerism, their level of respect than others. I don't know. I think we should go by character just as much as money, like Grace said. I totally agree with her. But what comes with character is discipline and growth.
And open-mindedness, the willing to grow and heal. And I get you, Evolution. I'm from New York too, and women from up top, we all stay on survival mode. We stay on. That's why it's hard to give up the steering wheel. But there comes a point in time, if we can lay down with somebody and exchange bodily fluids, then we should be able to trust them enough to let go of the steering wheel. So they only good enough. Like there was a comment in this comment section. I'm not a maid, but you expect your man to pay for all your bills. You expect him to get up in the morning, in the middle of the night, and protect you, but you can't get up at 3 a.m. and make the man a sandwich. I mean, it's very selfish and entitlement, and that is why we are against odds at each other. We don't want to work together. It's like my dad used to say, "Hooray for me and fuck everybody else." Excuse my language. Sorry.
I agree with you.
We sound like we up here talking with our chest tonight. Is we talking with our chest tonight?
My bad, Auntie. I'm sorry, Auntie. I'm just passionate about this.
Grace, that's how it is. I'm African. That's how it is in our culture. What she just said is literally how it is.
I was just raised that way by Southern parents. I was having a discussion with her, and she is Latina, right? And we were talking traditional roles. We're talking about cooking. I love Mexican food, all that. And she goes, well, if we were there, why wouldn't you be cooking? Why would I have to be the one that cooks? And I said, because if somebody if I hear that someone kicks in the damn door or the window breaks at 3 o'clock in the morning, I go, who's going out there?
Exactly.
And she said, well, you are. And I said, and that's why you going to cook.
A fair exchange is no robbery.
I mean, if I gotta go out there,
was it like this? Can I ask you that whole "I'm not going to cook" business? When did this start? I thought it was a natural thing through our grandparents or our mom, like that. I've never
in the 90s.
I want to say, wait, my dad,
late 80s, early 90s.
Okay, my dad's visiting. And my brother visited. I made them.
all that.
I made them meals. Like I made them I made them a 3-course.
Lord,
Like
here we go with the women shoot intruders all the time.
Yes, I was thinking the same thing. Like, look, if I'm here and I'm on my own, I have to protect myself. You know what I'm saying?
We're talking about if you have a significant other.
If
you
you
have a
gotta,
significant other,
I think
yeah,
if you
especially if
gotta-
you're not paying no bills, you better get up and jump in front of that bully. That's the
I'm going
least
to
you
say something, and I can only speak this level to this. If you got a man and it's a woman, if you got to go out there and deal with the intruder, I'm not even going to comment on the type of man you got. But I'm just going to say we are all in different lanes in this. I just know what I've done for a living, and I know what I'm about. I would never send my woman or whatever. She would be the last line of defense with my kids, whatever, in case shit. Just because I'm capable and trained to deal with things, but this is that mindset that we have an issue with. No, you're gonna cook because I'm the one that's gonna be the protector.
But why is that an issue? I don't understand. Why don't you want to cook? Like, don't you want to feed your kids? Don't you want to feed your man? I don't.
You know what? Women don't always have to cook. The women don't always have to cook. I know men get in that kitchen and throw down.
Yeah, but that's not an issue.
So women can't cook.
Yeah.
Huh?
And there's nothing.
I mean, when you find out,
there's nothing.
right? Oh,
you
say you.
So my ex is Cuban, and Kyle, you heard me say this on your live. My ex is from Cuba. When I would be at work, she cooked. She worked part-time, and when she was at work, I took care of stuff. Either I cooked or I made sure that there was food and stuff when she came home. That's how it should work. I'm not painting this picture that I'm above you ladies and I say this and that, but I'm saying as a traditional man, there are just certain damn roles. As it was successful for my parents for over 30 years. I think we've gotten away from that. I am a leader. I'm the provider. I'm the protector. I would never depend on a woman to be a damn protector. No disrespect to you ladies.
And I never depended on a guy to cook.
Yeah.
I mean, I think my ex-husband in 12 years cooked 2 times my whole life. Like, so just
Men
never.
can cook now, though. It's a beautiful thing when you have one that can cook. So,
but
I hope we're not laying down with these broke men. I just wanted to know that. Are we laying down with broke men? Because I don't lay down with broke men.
Go by substance. Don't.
But a lot of women are broke.
I don't have that type of compassion. My vagina don't have that type of compassion.
What'd you say?
We don't think
everybody will slept with somebody that's broke before. They're gonna cut that bullshit out right now.
No.
I'm not laying down with broke men.
You talking out your ass, good.
Speak for yourself.
You fucked a broke man before.
Speak for yourself.
Trust and believe. He can act like he got the money.
I ain't got no time for a broke man. I'm sorry.
But everybody.
So let me ask you this: do men put their money on the outside to know what they got?
What do you mean?
You're dating them.
Not the ones that have. Not the ones that have it. Not the ones that have it.
The ones that have it don't have to
really have it.
Men,
they
I
don't
said
do
this with Kyle before. A man will always lead with his strongest qualities. So he's either going to lead with his sex game, his personality, or his wallet. Whatever he feels is his strongest suit, he's going to lead with that. And each of you ladies, I see that Grace is shaking her head. You meet those men, they talking about how they can put it down, or the man who's showing up in the Porsche and talking about all of his accomplishments and all that. Or you hear women.
They can fly you over the state lines. They can fly you here, fly you there.
He's so funny. I love his personality because he's leading with that. We will always lead with what we feel is our strongest qualities.
Yeah.
Okay.
Your money.
But I like the fact. I like the fact that Grace is an advocate.
What'd you say, sir?
Duba. You don't show your money. Your money is something that should be hidden at all times.
Thank you, Duba.
I'll dress down all day.
On your forehead.
Why would you hide your money?
Hold on. Wait. Let me get you talking, then you can talk. My thing is this right here. Everybody in this social media days because they want to wear Gucci this and Gucci that. Me, I'm from the country of Mississippi. I'd rather wear some jeans and a $5 t-shirt from Walmart than to sit here and wear a $100 t-shirt for what? They're stupid to me. They're just idiotic. Actually.
Yeah. And you got a credit card. And you got a credit card bill that you could have paid.
Depends on where you're from.
As soon as you spill something on it ain't because it really everything. It's not really worth nothing. Me, I really have my money in my home, in my
Savings.
house. Cause I have a house. Instead, I have because that's something that has value. Clothes don't mean nothing to me. Shoes and all that crap. They
I
just
love
me personally.
clothes.
It
I love
I
clothes.
mean,
depends.
I
It
would say,
You're a
depends.
guy.
I think that it depends on. It's
I
stupid.
love nice
It's
things, but
stupid
it's
if
reasonable.
you
Can
can't
we?
afford to make ends meet and you got
Then
a
don't get it.
pair of pants and $100 shoes. If you're making $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 a year and you want $100 pair of jeans or $100 pair of shorts, that's normal to you. That's like regular people being able to
That's
buy
like $10.
jeans
Yeah.
that are $40, $50 because it's
Yeah.
relative to their income. I do
$20
agree
jeans.
with the investments and all that because I don't I like nice stuff, but I do regular. I do. Sometimes they call me the Black Steve Jobs because I'm like this all the time. Regular jeans, t-shirts. I think that there are times to really dress nice, but most times I think it's just okay to be normal. But I think it's always going to be relative. If you're living in an apartment and you barely make it, and you have a $90,000 car, to me that's a problem. Unless you have some type of plan in the future, or something like that. So yeah.
I think that's smart money.
Yeah.
This depends on where you're from. It really depends on where you're from. Because if you are from the country where all you have is grass and backyards and ditches, what y'all dressing for? You know what I'm saying? Like, and then you in a city, not saying no disrespect. I'm sorry, no disrespect.
No.
Respectfully.
Half
She said
the city people
respectfully.
wear them
Then
fake
when
shit
you
too.
in the city and
LA,
we
New York.
jumping, we moving, we in the clubs, we in the what? You gotta be dressed. So
And New York
it
is the king of
depends.
fake too.
My $200-$300 Jordans can last me forever. They always come back out. You know what I'm saying? This Gucci bag, you know what I'm saying? Hey, it may be $4,000 or $5,000, but guess what? If I ever get into a bind, I can resell that bag. So it's all in the way that you look at things. You get what I'm saying? And where you're from.
But why even buy it though? You keep your 4,000-5,000.
So
That's
you don't
how I
have to
look
be in a
at it.
But
bind.
why?
Why even
So you
buy
don't
it?
have
When
to
I
be in a
make
bind.
money, when you make
Because
money,
you
you're not
normally
worried
you
about stuff
buying
like
it to
that.
show it to somebody else. You're not to pleasing
No,
yourself.
that's jealousy.
Most times
That's
you buy
jealousy.
Look,
And
I gotta
insecurity. You gotta
just
stop
with
that.
that.
for
I
it
think
for other
that
people.
No,
You
you
don't
gotta
buy
stop.
it for
This
yourself.
is like $500-$600 hair on me. You get what I'm saying? So this is just stuff that we do in New York. You get what I'm saying? It's nothing. Like it's the norm. You get what I'm saying?
I think
But
what
I
we
know they
I think
judge
what
us
we
a lot
tend to
in New
do though,
York.
Drew Bug, is sometimes and go, well, I don't think that someone like I don't have an issue with the Floyd Mayweather or Conor McGregor personality that tells you what they have and all that, because I'm not an insecure person, so it doesn't bother me. I'm also okay with the Warren Buffett type, or the Steve Jobs, may his soul rest in peace. It doesn't say a whole lot about what they want. I just think that it's always going to be based on somebody's personality. If Evolution's okay, if she got $500-$600 hair, if she can sleep at night and her bills are paid and all that, I'm all for it. If she doesn't want to have her money in the stock
You
market,
should be like me. Shave your whole head.
I
Shave
have
your whole
money and
head.
I have a
Go
great credit
natural.
score. I'm gonna be fine. I'm fine.
I'm sure that Faye's got
But
nice
people
stuff.
come at me like this all the time. So
I just think that I think it's okay, to buy Rolex watches, $1,000 watches and all that. Some people buy watches and collect for a hobby or whatnot. So I just think it's just everything's relative to where you are financially. Some people go, whoa, sad. Like I would never spend $70,000 for a car. But where are you at financially?
That makes sense.
Right.
Yeah.
Person saying it, are you at the place financially to be able to
Like-
afford a $70,000 car?
Like I was gonna get a Tesla, and I literally held myself back because I was like, no, I'd rather save that $1,000 a month in an account because I'm gonna drive this Jeep until the wheels fall.
Yeah, and
Right,
that,
it's not-
I mean, I
you gotta
was
stop counting each
eligible.
other
I mean,
pockets.
I was eligible. I could get it, but I was like, no.
Yeah.
Saving.
And then people
I've
forget I
invested
have
in
no kids. All that money come to me. I have
Oh, she got no
nothing.
kids. That makes sense. I got
I'm
kids.
living great. You know
Their
what I'm saying?
braids. Their
And
braids
that's why I
cost
chose
$200.
not to have any. So
My
I
kids'
could
braids
live the way I
cost
wanted to.
$200 a month. I mean,
I want to hear Grace
$200
going.
a month.
I want to hear Grace up there going more about this accountability. I like to hear that.
I want to hear more, Grace. You need to cut this out.
Do you know when I make the most money? When I help people fix their credit during income tax, because I'm trying to grab the people that are gonna spend $600-800 on bundles and Jordans. How's your credit?
Good
Eight
point.
sixteen.
How's
just
your
saying.
credit?
I'm following her.
I'm just saying.
What
Our
you say,
priorities.
Evolution?
I'm just saying.
I like
Yeah,
her.
I mean, I'm not going to knock you, but if you have $800 credit score, and then yeah, you could buy your $800 bundle. But don't come at me with 360 credit score and you want to spend $800 on hair, but you can't spend $90 a month for a year to fix your credit. It's the mentality and the mindset that we have not gotten out of, and we're just complacent with mediocrity.
Grace, whip us in shape.
I
That's
agree.
what we need to hear.
Huh?
What?
I said whip us in shape. That's what we need to hear.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm trying. That's why I'm in these YouTube streets, and I collaborate with people like Blue who have the same mindset. Because I have a son. I'm a boy mom, and I see what he's gonna have to go through. And I pray that he makes a good choice. I don't want to catch a charge. I just see, I tell him all the time, don't make a girl no single mom. You are on your purpose from the age of 18 to 29.
Yeah.
Have your fun. But we just don't teach our kids like that. All we do is complain and say men ain't this and men ain't that, women ain't this. Well, but what are we doing about it? Are we going to be part of the problem or part of the solution? What we doing?
Say it with your chest, honey. Say it with your chest, Grace.
Yes, Auntie.
Say it. How old is your son?
17.
Oh yeah.
That's why she's worried.
Good start. He gonna be all right. Cause you talk.
He was 14.
Should I say this? Make sure he.
You talk your talk, and I love it. I mean,
sure-
so to have a son, and is his dad in his life?
Yes, ma'am.
Good.
All right.
Not
To
as
have
much as
both
I
of
would
y'all.
like him to be, but he's still in his life.
Hey,
He's in
good.
Florida right now for the summer, working and being with his dad.
Good.
There you go.
When she started talking about her and Evolution started talking about credit and all that.
Oh, look at that! Look at that baby.
Evo, I had to look at my credit score. My credit score dropped a little bit, but
it does. It go back up.
Just pick up your utilization. You'll be okay, Sid.
You know why I had to do that, Sid?
I'm upset right now. It dropped to an 826, so I'm upset.
Oh,
my gosh!
Oh,
shut up.
Lord.
You know why I had to do that, Sid? Because
826.
people look at me because of how
Can I
I
steal
look,
some
how
points?
I dress, how I talk, and they feel like I have nothing to contribute. They feel like I don't know what I'm doing. A lot of people don't know I'm a serial entrepreneur. I have businesses. People don't know this because they just listen to how I talk. And I'm not ghetto. I'm not nothing like that. But I'm very assertive. I'm very strong.
I know you got a
saying?
$600 weave, so you got money.
I actually sell these. I make these. So if y'all ever wanted some real good lace fronts,
I
and
can't
I
pay
can pull them up
$600.
and all that, like they're coming out my
Talk
head.
your talk,
I'm
Evolution.
my business. This my
Talk your talk, girl.
I do a lot
Okay.
of stuff. Blue know. Like I'm not a dummy. You know what I'm saying?
No,
you know.
you know what the thing is? You're younger than me. You know these younger generations, they're more creative.
Y'all are the same
A
age.
lot of creativity.
They're
and-
Y'all are the
more
same age.
Huh?
Y'all are the same age.
We're the same age?
Probably so.
I'm old as hell, so.
Not you, Grace. I'm talking
But
about
see,
them.
this is the problem, though. Why do we do that? Why do we do that to our young sisters? And this is like when I do the word to women.
I think
it's
she
like
looks
why
younger.
do we just downgrade
You look
each
young,
other
that's why.
and then we let other people do it? It's not right. You know.
You look younger, Evolution. That's what I was saying.
Oh, but you're beautiful, Faye. I always thought you were beautiful, and you're very headstrong, and you say what you got to say. If I didn't know, I would think you were from New York too.
I'm from Boston, and I think it's kind of the East Coast. We're rough on
It
the
is kinda
edges,
the
but
same thing.
even
I
if
like
I'm
Boston.
proper and stuff, they kind of like, oh, Faye is so sweet and proper and kind, and then I'm like,
Yeah, like you stand your ground. I always
the men don't like
back
that. They're like, oh gosh, she's.
No, we don't.
But
I'm not gonna lie to you.
what's your
I'm still working
nationality,
on
Faye?
my femininity. I
East
tend to be
African.
masculine. I know it. I was raised like a boy. I was a daddy's
Me
girl.
too.
I'm half Dominican, half Sicilian
So she
from
knows what
New
I'm
York.
talking about. Yeah,
I
we're
was
the same.
And that I don't want to say it scares
And I
us,
have 4
but this
brothers.
is
I
what
mean, that's a
this is
lot.
what
Hold
happens.
on, Faye.
Blue, remember
Go
we
ahead,
were
say.
talking about this when successful men that have a lot going for themselves, we're going to look for things that we're missing. A lot of men are looking for peace, right? We are not. I always say, and I hate to quote him, but Lowe says, "I want a girlfriend, not a boyfriend," and that's true. I don't want to be competing and arguing and going back and forth. Durain, you always hear me say that. I went there,
Yep.
like I said, I was with a Cuban woman from Cuba. Oh my Lord. Talk about she got the spice of all you ladies on there, all bottled up in one Latina.
Yeah.
And I realized, and I loved that woman to death, but
See?
that just did not work well with my personality.
I didn't have a good experience with
There's
a
only
Cuban.
one damn rooster,
I don't date Spanish guys.
right?
Me neither.
Huh?
Dad, you just triggered me today. The last one I dealt with was Cuban, and he was like,
No
"Call me Poppy,
flashbacks.
Poppy," and I only have one dad.
And
So-
so when we meet these women, God bless you, because there are reasons that each one of you had to become headstrong and all that. We're just kind of like, well, I'll say me, I'm kind of like, whoa, y'all might be fine and all that, but I'm not trying to do all that. If I want to argue, I'm going to argue with Kyle Dubug. I'm going to argue with somebody that we can put some gloves on and we can go get in that ring or something, right? But I'm not going to be doing that with my significant
With a
other.
woman that
Just
you
let her
supposed
have
to
her
be
way.
loving.
Why argue? Just let her have her way.
Oh
Because
my
in,
God,
in the
no.
end,
No
you're gonna get
No
evolution.
your way.
evolution.
Evolution.
Why argue?
Hell
Why
no.
argue with a woman with a vagina?
But do you know how many vaginas walking on this earth?
Ooh.
Honey,
They say that, but
thousands.
they never leave. Men always say,
A
I can
whole
go get
heap
her.
of.
Well, then you push them out there, and they beat you back in the house. So
Oh, dude.
that's
That's
why
what I'm like.
talk is cheap. Let me see you do something. Let me tell you something. My man right now is on a 2-week break. I need a break. You know what I'm saying? For the nonsense that you're trying to do. Now, if you don't make it back in 2 weeks, guess what? I'm gonna be all right.
Wait,
He gonna
wait,
have
are
to
you
figure
saying
it
that
out.
wait,
And I'm fine
Did
with
you
that.
just say, did you put him on timeout for 2 weeks?
He on time out. I'm tired.
Man,
He's
Hell
on
no.
ain't no
time
time
out.
out with a man. He so well
He's
She
busted something
says
let us
time
in right
out.
now.
Dwayne, you
Time
Men
out.
don't do time out.
Like a
We don't do
kid.
time out.
We'll see.
We don't do time out. Men
We'll
don't do
see.
time
I
out.
watch the phone ring every day, and I be like, look
Oh,
at him.
brother.
Then I say he on 2-week time out. He don't listen, and I put the phone
Man, we
down.
don't do time out.
Oh,
What man do time out?
She said
No,
that she
I can't. No. Mm-mm. I can't take it because one, I give all the. You have some women. They tell you everything.
All right. Hey, listen. I know that I love this format because I'm ready to go to sleep. I appreciate all y'all. I'll put all y'all on mute except for Grace. So ain't no need to be mad. I love this format. I can have all my friends and we can communicate with multiple people. I can have up to 10 here.
Who did you put us all on mute? You said.
Oh, hold on. Let me help you with that, Auntie. I learned that from Kyle.
Did you say you did it again?
Oh. Hold on. Okay, go ahead.
Did you do?
Yep. Okay. Try me one more time.
And then you said one more time.
Oh, damn. Kyle, where'd you go? Kyle, what the hell happened? Oh, my God. Anyway, I love this. This is awesome. I will let y'all know when we're going to come back again. The format currently is me and Grace. Tuesday, we'll start the conversation, then transition over. And then one of these days, I don't know, I'm just going to do YouTube fully and start there. So, Cal, that was your fault. It was something with her connection. Okay? You're unmuted, Cal. You gave me. Hold on, what? I guess you got to unmute yourself because Auntie had that special. She had that.
I feel like I created a monster a little bit. This man is quicker with the trigger than I was, man. Like really. On a serious tip, I'll say something to get out. I this is my last day of being on here for a little bit. I'm gonna take some more time again because I'm gonna spend that time with my family. This paternity leave that I'm doing. She's in there watching a show. That's her thing, a show that she likes. And I was like, usually I would watch it with her, but she, I could tell that she's with the baby and everything. I was like, let me give her some alone time. Let her have her own time, right? but she no 2 weeks. She tell me 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's tough, ego.
Hey, I gotta tell you, I have no judgment for you. Whatever works for you, right? Do you love? Can I ask her a question? Do you mind, Blue, if I ask this question?
Yeah, go ahead, unmute
All
Evo.
right. Hey, do you love that man, Miss? The man you gave 2 weeks. Do you love him?
I thought I did. I'm
Okay,
not
so
so
you don't
sure.
really care about him about losing him at all
I
then.
care about him, but it's not the only thing in the world. Like I'll be okay if he's not here.
Okay, so then I'll tell everybody. I say this to everybody, man or woman, y'all. If you love and you care about that person, do not give them 2 weeks away from you. Do not give them 2 weeks away from you. I say that like Blue would say it 3 times. Do not give them 2 weeks away from you. It is not a recipe for even wanting that person back because the person that you get back is not the same person that you set free for 2 weeks. Even if they come back to you, it ain't the same. It's different. Their thought
Yep.
process has changed because you have changed the elements of the game. You've changed how they can look, how they should look at you, and how they should handle you. You've changed that game. So it's like if you care about this man, like when that 2 weeks is over, you need to let him know like how hard it was for you. You need to. That's the only way to even keep that somewhat close to relevant or what
I'm
it
having
used to
the
be.
time of my life. I hate to say that. That's
Hmm?
terrible. I'm having the
No, if
time of my life.
well then if that's the case, that's cool. But like we can have that. Like let's say that everybody in here just decided, hey, tonight y'all got to work tomorrow. And you know what? Tonight we just gonna get drunk. We're gonna have a party. We're gonna have fun. We could have the time of our lives, but we're gonna have to deal with that tomorrow. You know what I mean? So like there is always a consequence to everything. I believe in my mind. And I'm not telling anybody to be some straight arrow and all this stuff like that. But I am a little bit. I'm a married guy. I've been married. It'll be 10 years in August, y'all. I'll be married 10 years, right? Just have my son. This is, you know what I mean. I just tell you, Blues probably want me to wrap this thing up, so I'm gonna wrap it up real quick. I just wanted to come on here. Hey, don't be nodding your head when I say Blues want me to wrap this up. Okay, you're the host and everything. You don't need to put me out. Okay. I just wanted to say, like, it is absolutely a pleasure to sit here and watch all of us from all different walks of life being able to sit up here, have differences of opinions, and speak on something together, and still have differences of opinions, but still agree in civility. I think that is
Absolutely.
the most awesome stuff I've seen on here. I've seen on these lives, on everywhere I go. Like I tell said all the time, he knows I say we disagree in a lot of things. Not really a lot, but we disagree in things. But one thing that we don't disagree in is civility. And that's the same with you, Blue. This is the way. That's my dude up there, right? And I'll support
Wait,
you any day of the week. I will support you because you're the man, bro. And I say like, we won't always agree on everything, but the man he speaks some truth. He speaks not some. He speaks truth. I mean, and you, sir. I've met you once or twice. I don't know your name completely, but I've met you. I've had you on live. I've been on live with you before, and you same with you. You always come correct, speak the truth, and same goes for you ladies. Yeah, you the way that you deliver it, it comes straight from your hearts. And ma'am, you at the top,
Yes,
you
sir.
straight up here, ma'am. Hold on, let me get a salute, ma'am.
Come check me out on Thursdays. Embrace the
I,
grace.
well, yeah, I'm not going to be on here for a while, but if I am, I will.
Okay.
I will definitely do that. Much love to all of you. Love, peace, chicken grease, and so
And guys, subscribe to Grace and Blue.
absolutely,
Yeah.
definitely subscribe to Blue. He needs a subscriber, so everybody, if you get a chance,
Share
subscribe to
it.
this man. And if you want to send it to his Cash App, it's Kyle C. McDuffie or $
No,
Kyle
his
C.
cash
McDuffie.
app is right up there, sir. Sir, his cash app is there.
Hold on, and I will make sure. I will make sure that he gets a portion of the proceeds. I will make sure after my son first, because that goes to my baby registry,
Wow.
and then he gets the rest of it.
Sharing is caring.
Hey, that's what this is about. It's about we're sharing together, brotherhood, like the bow tie. Who you think gave him this bow tie, y'all? Tell him, Blue.
Wow.
Tell him about the box of bow ties I sent you.
wow.
It's
Kyle,
coming.
Kyle,
It's
Before you
coming.
all
go,
my
I'm
leather,
playing. I'm just messing. I'm just
before you
messing
go, what's
around.
your
all my
favorite
leather bow
color?
ties
What's
are
your
from
favorite
Kyle
color
C.
bow
Duffy.
tie, Blue?
I'm just messing around. I can't. I'm just messing around. I like having fun with this man. Man.
Blue, what's your favorite
Stop.
bow tie? The color.
Huh?
What's your favorite color bow tie? What's your favorite color bow tie?
The one I had on yesterday, the black with the pink middle.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
All right, listen. Anybody got any final thoughts before we get out of here? Because Kyle, thank you. Let us know when you're back off hiatus. Do not say anything else because you were
Winded.
long.
So I had something to say. For some of you that do the signs and everything that pretend that they're not, some of you that do the signs and everything like that pretend they're not long-winded. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm long-winded because I'm careful on what I say, and so it does take me a little bit of time to get it out so I can get it out properly. Because I don't just say stuff that's not always accurate, not true. I don't say stuff I haven't lived. I say stuff I live, so it gets tough.
Faye?
I enjoyed this live. I actually enjoyed Grace, meeting her.
Thank
I
you.
love how she kept it real. I'm about the realness. Like she's like I don't care, you got 4 baby daddies and 3 kids. I don't know, 4 kids and 3 baby daddies. That was real, but that didn't apply to me, but I see those. Thank you, Grace and Blue. Thanks for
Absolutely.
hosting. And Sed's always been the most upstanding guy I've met in live, as well as Kyle and Blue. And Evolution, liked how you kept it real too. East Coast.
Thank you.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
Yes.
Evo?
Oh, I just want to say thank y'all for letting me come up and be with the family. Everybody was great. I'm usually always the alien in the room, but I felt real welcome tonight, and I was on my best behavior Blue. Because y'all know how I get sometimes. To everybody individual, Faye, you my new sis, girl. You my new sis. I like you.
Hashtag no projects. Hashtag no projects.
I got you. I got you. Say, someday, hopefully, I can ride in a Tesla, but we'll talk about it. Grace, beautiful Grace.
I followed you today on Instagram, so I got you.
Yes. So now when I talk, even if we don't agree,
That's
it's me and you.
I got you. I got you.
Just get the Tims and Vaseline and duke it out. That's how we do in the East Coast. Get the Tims and the Vaseline.
And then we go have a drink.
There you go. Yes. Kyle, I appreciate you, Kyle. I don't have a lot of interactions with you, but you are always upstanding and always truthful and very gentleman-like. I love it. So what you said.
Thank you.
And
Thank
Blue,
you.
my boy Blue. Fridays is about to be us. We're going to do a YouTube thing. I'm sorry, we're going to do an Instagram thing on Friday where we just come and talk and we be ourselves. We working on it. We getting it together. Hopefully it can be this Friday. Blue, I appreciate you. You always going to be my work husband. You always gonna be special to me, Blue, and I'm always gonna support you. I'm 10 toes down, so you don't have to worry about it. All right.
Gotcha. Say it.
Thanks for having me on. Appreciate all of you. Kyle, I appreciate you keeping it short today to 7 minutes and 32 seconds in your closing.
I love it. I can't wait till September. I
appreciate you, sis. I peek in on your lives, and I love your spirit and how you always real upbeat and complimentary. Grace, love meeting you. This is our first interaction. Appreciate it. Faye, always. Thanks for having me on. And in closing, ladies, please make sure that Manny and Petty is on point, please.
Let me look. Yeah, I gotta get it done. Said.
Shout out to the pedicure gang.
Okay, the only thing I have to say, and I'm gonna be super short, is Sid is not being truthful. He does not care about the Manny. He only cares about the petty. And no, do not show your toes.
Okay.
Appreciate y'all.
Okay.
Because I'm on point.
Appreciate y'all. I'll be back tomorrow on IG. This is the way.
K-Tal. All right. Hey, so Blue,